Welcome to the review of my IWC IW327010 Pilot's Watch Mark 18 Edition Le Petit Prince. This is the review of my watch after a week on the wrist. I did a video on the purchase of the watch and the IWC line, and another on the unboxing, both of which I will link in the description below. First things first, I did a change of the strap of the watch as the brown of the original strap washed out against my skin color. I have a black IWC strap now, kindly provided to me by the authorized dealer. This watch is very easy to wear with a case diameter of 40 millimeters and a height of 11 millimeters. It is just bigger than a traditional dress watch like my Calatrava, and a lot less bulky than a dive watch. I have actually termed this watch, and many in this genre, the luxury hybrid sports watch that can be used for almost all occasions. I wore this watch on multiple occasions, from going to work to going out on a weekend, and honestly, I just loved it. Starting from that dial, which caught my attention at the dealer, to the ease of wear on my wrist. It's so legible with those simple big numbers, a date complication, and minimal adornments. Just the name of the brand IWC Schraffhausen and the model of the watch. The strap in black, in my opinion, is a better option than the brown strap. I hope IWC adds more factory leather strap colors for this line. The black and blue of this watch make it infinitely more versatile and add a touch more youth to it. After all, it is the Le Petit Prince. At $4,250, while not cheap, it's a watch of quality that could even justify a higher price point than where it's at today. This IWC watch compares with a Rolex Datejust, an Omega Aquaterra, a Grand Seiko Snowflake, the Tudor Black Bay, and the Pelagos in a more elegant overall package. The case and the strap combination than any of the others. Yes, a Rolex has better brand cachet. A Grand Seiko has the legendary dial, and Tudor and Omega have a great heritage. People who buy those watches today are following a trend, in my opinion, especially with Rolex and Grand Seiko. This one takes a different, less traveled path in the realm of watches. I want to be clear. All the watches I mentioned are great. This is just a different path to the luxury hybrid sports watch. The fact that it's not as well known just lends it to stand out in the crowd. I have to be honest, I owned a Pelagos, and while the watch was great, it was too bulky, and such a specific watch for diving. It's tough to use for anything else. I've owned a Snowflake, and while the dial was stunning, the bracelet was a letdown. Look at this overall watch, though. At 60 meters of water resistance, you can probably swim in this watch with the right strap, but it's winter right now. I won't be taking it for a swim. This watch, to be honest with you, is more for the urban warrior. The steel case is very nicely polished and has a look unique to itself in this space. The Lume is not overwhelming and is enough to be legible at all the right places, at the quarters and on the hands. So, the question is, as I wore this watch, is this watch a compromise? Good at everything, but not great in one regard, and the answer is a yes and a no. Let me explain. It is not as dressy as a Calatrava. I don't think anything is. It is not as finely polished as a Royal Oak. It does not have the lume of the Pelagos, but no watch, I contend, can do everything perfectly. As magnificent as the Calatrava is, and always will be, it is delicate beyond belief with just 30 meters of water resistance. Here's where the Le Petit Prince shows its true magic. It's great at being very good in every category. It's well above good. The Grand Seiko had an amazing dial, but an okay bracelet at best. The Pelagos had amazing lightness, lume, and bracelet, but the dimensions were awkward. The Calatrava and the Royal Oak are prohibitively expensive. The Datejust has no strap option. This is where the IWC Le Petit Prince hits the bullseye. That's why I wear it every day. The closest competitor is the Datejust, and given how ubiquitous the Rolex is today, I contend this is a more fascinating and interesting choice. Is it a forever watch? Honest answer is I don't know, but it's a now watch for sure. Modern in its execution and style. It's not a Calatrava, which is always relevant and in style. Today, however, my only question remains, what do I do with my trusty G-Shocks, my former daily watch? This watch is starting to gain traction in the market, as witnessed by the fact that it was sold out in New York, and my dealer in the Reno Tahoe area had but one piece. Many people are catching on to this hidden masterpiece, perhaps. If it's in your budget, go try it on. I hope you're enjoying the content on this channel, and I would love your feedback on more of what you would like to see. All the products I review are mine, and therefore I can give you my honest and unbiased opinion. Thanks again for watching.